Hey guys, Dancy2. Welcome back to Let's Play Golden Sun Lost Age. Last time we got to this temple place and they said we can't go in. But when did I ever get anywhere by listening to rules? Let's blow a hole in this wall. Quite literally. And that is all the tutorial you get. Keep an eye out for strange-looking areas. Good luck. I love it. Anyway, let's come out of the well. There is something in these wells. Ha. Set mind read to L. Levitate. Huh. Maybe we can learn. His empty body is light. Don't kill yourselves, guys. Whoa, look at him go. Improving slowly. Watch out, go. I didn't see much of a difference between him and the last guy. Have fun in hell, bitch! Anyway, there's a rope here. We'll help find a way to deal with that later. Anyway, our first dungeon, and I believe our first mimic, if I remember correctly. Yep! I can still call him like a boss. Anyway, something I should have brought up in the last episode, but I forgot to. We have new battle music. This is probably one of my favorite battle musics of all time. If not, definitely my favorite random encounter music. Not necessarily my favorite battle music, but definitely my favorite normal encounter battle music. That's what I'm trying to say here. Oh god, that hurt Jenna like hell. Felix, patch her up now. It is bad when I have Felix on healing duty. You summon. You, just keep doing what you're doing. This mimic can be a hard fight. I should be able to make it through, though. I should probably go into stats of our characters now as well, since I'm finally in a real fight. We got a real fight on our hands. Felix is significantly slower than Isaac, but as a result of that, he's a lot more balanced in all of his other fronts. He's stronger, has more defense, better health, and better psi energy than Isaac ever could. Unfortunately, his speed suffers a lot from this, but honestly, I don't mind it too much. Really, I much prefer his more balanced stats than Isaac's all or nothing. His balance isn't that significant, but you will notice a difference. You will notice him being able to take a few more hits than Isaac ever did. Which is a good way to transition right into Sheba. Sheba is basically, for better or for worse, a copy-paste of Ivan, but slightly altered. She has his same really high speed and really high PP, but she is slightly reduced those in order to just take a buff everything else out. A lot like how Felix is a more balanced version of Isaac, and that's kind of a common theme in this game, is that everyone is a more balanced version of their previous counterparts, except for Jenna, but Jenna's a little bit special anyway. Unlike Felix coming from Isaac, where I find Felix a lot more useful, Sheba I really find about just as useful as Ivan. I really don't notice too much of a difference with her. That being said, she can take a couple more hits than Ivan ever could, but Ivan always had the resistance of about wet tissue paper, and she only has the resistance of normal tissue paper, so yeah, there's that. Then again, you know, with the amount that Isaac died in the last game, I don't think you can really do much worse. I still can't believe he died that much. I need to get a death counter. I might come back and try and put a death counter in later. Or not a death counter, but like a total death count for how many times Isaac died in the first game. Because that would just be entertaining. Or at the end, I might want to do a death counter of how many times everyone died. Yeah, if you get out of here alive. Good luck with that. But yeah, that's about it for stats. Everyone except for Jenna has... At this point, everyone but Jenna has the same classes. As a result, you know, not Isaac. Felix. Felix is way better than Isaac. I don't like Isaac! I'm sorry! I should probably just come out and say this right now. I really don't like Isaac. He's okay in Golden Sun 1, and he's pretty good in this game as far as character goes, but... Oh my god, Dark Dawn just fucking butchered him. You know, I just... it's painful to look at that game. But yeah, I much prefer Felix, and I really hope... Actually, you know what? No, I don't hope that they bring any of the characters back for Golden Sun 4. Because like I said, I do thoroughly believe they will make a Golden Sun 4 at some point. It's just, it's one of those inevitable things. But yeah, I don't want them to bring it back, because they're just gonna fuck it all up. And see, that's the thing is, that's why I'd like to disregard myself from other Rabbids fans, because I'm one of the few people in the world who gets a sequel is not always a good idea. It's why I'm really against a World Ends With You sequel, because it makes no fucking sense. That being said, I think they're taking it in the best possible route, in that it looks like they're going to make it about a completely different character, which makes complete and total sense. And not only that, but I have a personal theory about who the character is, and it's probably what it is, just because of the fact of I know how it works. I know how the JRPG system works, and it's not how everyone thinks it works. Everyone thinks like, oh, it's just a stupid little thing. No, JRPGs are usually kind of smart. It's usually in how they're presented that gets fucked up. And they weren't always stupid. Like, I think these games are really, you know, the last of the non-stupid JRPGs before we got into, like, everything aping off of 7 or 10 or just, you know, continuously fucking up. And now, this is the part of the... this is the part of the LP that I rag on everything. But yeah, back to World Ends With You. I have a good idea. I think I know where they're going to go with it, and I can support that because they're going in a direction that... Really, it's the only one that makes sense. I always said I wanted a prequel with the 2 Reapers that double fight you throughout the entire thing, because you could run a good prequel with that. It would probably be like download only because it would be 1 week. But I still think you could run a pretty nice prequel with that. You know, not an absolutely great one, but I think it's definitely doable. Which is why I've always questioned why they want to do a sequel to it, but whatever. Now that I'm not talking about random things. Anyway, here we have log pushing. Going to need to push this onto one of these platforms, so the resulting effect will push the other one up higher. Anytime now. Whee! And over here we get Mystery Card. Mystery Card is something a little new in this game. They put the change of class. This is a class-changing item. It will put us into what is called Tetra Elemental classes. Tetra Elemental is our last of the class types available in this game. We have Mono, Dual, and Tri, as I stated before in the previous game. Tetra Elemental uses, you set yourself up with the other 3 Jin that are not your own. And it usually ends up with a very uneven balance within your party. But I still like to use them. That being said, the mystery card is switching you to Periot class. I usually call it Periot card for that reason. Is probably the... I don't know if I'd say it's the worst. It's the plus side to the Tetra Elemental classes is they have synergy of every single element. The problem is their synergy is usually pretty weak due to this, and just in total, it's not all that good. But seeing as how we have no Jin right now, and Period card actually starts out with a good deal of fire synergy with Juggle, and Juggle actually being a very powerful move at this point in the game. It's actually a really good idea to give it to Jenna because she'll have a very powerful offensive move right off the bat. But yeah, I don't know if I'd call it the weakest of the Tetra Elemental classes. It's certainly tied there. Tetra Elemental also has a really bad habit of, as I said before with, Tri-Elemental classes being incredibly balanced and strong on all fronts, Tetra Elemental is kind of the exact opposite of that. They take one or two stats, and they just boost them to all hell. This is true of two of them, not the last one, for some reason. The last one is actually the most useful, and probably the one I'll end up using. I like to give it to Aya because his class choices kind of suck. But yeah, for right now, having Jenna with it is actually a very good idea due to her innate fire skill and the fact that a lot of Period's multi-targeting is based around fire. Juggle. It also has a really high speed, so it's going to buff her up real nice. What is down here? Alright, this is our way back up in case we fall. Anyway, we need to use our Psi energy now. Move! Actually, this is something I've been meaning to do. Did I fix this? I forget. Yes, I did. I switched my R button to my other trigger because I'm not going to need to press both at the same time at any point in this game, I believe. So, I fixed that up. Excuse me. So now I can have a little bit easier usage. We want to block that off, otherwise the steam's going to knock us down, and then we'll have to get back up in case we fall, yada yada yada. Juggle! Get out of here. I love this. The best part is I haven't actually posted any episodes of Lost Age yet. I just love this game so much. I can't bring myself to end it. I just want to play more. I love this game. I love this game than more is probably healthy. I love this game more than it is probably healthy to love this game. Yeah, I am so tongue-tied right now. Whee! 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 Get out of here. Yeah, look at that speed. She's outspeeding Shiva. So yeah, Jenna's gonna be a little bit ahead of everyone else because she's got that XP from the introduction bit. Anyway, we're on the other side of these rocks now. There's a Jin up there. We will be back for him later. I will be back for you later. I don't know why I love that line, and yet I can never say it right. Well, unless I try. And we're actually getting into our first boss. Yes, there's a boss in the first dungeon. Extinguish a desire and flames will cool. Empty your mind and your feet, and you will feel no pain. Oh god, that's hot. Okay. Well, if it wasn't obvious from the sign, we have to just move it aside. Whee! And up here, I should probably heal first. Wrong button. Heal yourself, Felix. We are good to go. Holy crap, monkeys! I don't think the boss music has changed. I might be wrong about that, though. Oh, we have Spire now, but we want to focus on multi-targeting. These are chest beaters. Chest beaters are kind of difficult because they can buff themselves, There's also 3 of them. Jenna's Juggle, if you have her on Harriet card, is going to be massive damage dealing for these guys. Yep, attack increase. Oh my god, Jenna's so OP. And the other reason putting her in Tetra Elemental is because it's item dependent. No matter what Jin she gets, she will stay in that class or she will advance along the tree. Meaning that I can use her as a Jin dump, until I get my last party member. Because, you know, obviously we're going to have another party member. That being said, the further in the game we get, obviously the less useful this is. Until basically right before we get her, it's almost completely worth, not her, right before we get our last party member, we have Jenna in our party. That's what I was thinking. Right before we get Jenna never leaves her. Actually, it's a little bit strange. I guess she does technically leave at one point, but that's because the ending is a bit weird. This is the only game I know of that they actually say the word perturbed. I think that should be noted. But yeah, until we get our last party member, Jenna is basically going to be Jin Dump. Because, quite obviously, we are actually going to have a surprising amount of Mercury Jin join us. I'm going to avoid the Mercury Jin I don't have to get. Or, specifically, I'm going to avoid one. Even though he can be gotten very easily and is actually pretty useful. I always forget where he is. I remember where harder to find one is, honestly. Because they're both random encounter Jin. There's a lot of random encounter Jin in this game, I should also mention. A lot more than the previous game. And there's a lot of Mercury Jin that are random encounter. And I could technically avoid most of them. Technically, I could avoid all Jin aside from Echo. But I don't want to because of the fact that they will boost Jenna's power. Yep. That was a training hall. It's a tutorial that is not a tutorial. It is brilliant, for all lack of better terms. And yes, this is the part of the game I skipped on my first attempt. This is the one that caused me to fuck up because I didn't get Lash. Somehow I didn't get it. I have no idea how I got where I got in the game without it, but I know for a fact I did. I don't have the save file to prove it anymore, and I've tried to attempt to do it, but I did it. I mean, I've tried to do it, but I haven't. I don't know. Let's just get Lash and be done with this. I'm rambling. I want it. Shirope used Lash on it. Lash is an automatic kind of thing, so basically we see a rope, we use it. There's no downside to it. It's a little bit weird. Now, Jenna being a Jin dump is oddly enough not going to be her only dump purpose. She comes with no utility psi energy, so she's also going to be our utility psi energy dump. Yeah. Sorry, Jenna. You get everything. Jenna's a little bit special. Alright, that's the way up. Excuse me. Alright. I'm better. I don't know why I did that when I could have just cut. Hey, what's going on? Huh, sounds good. Well, looks like the meditation is done, so we can leave out the front door. Anyway, next time we're going to return back to that place up there, and I'm going to buy some more crap, because we are still kind of under-equipped. See you guys then.